Hi, I'm Sonia and I'm here to tell you a story about our organization. This story begins in the late 1800s when a 22-bed Deaconess Hospital was built at Franklin and Virginia in Normal. 5 years later, a very wealthy plowmaker named Abram Brokaw gave the organization $10,000, lots of money, and in honor of Mr. Brokaw and his wife, the board renamed the hospital Brokaw Hospital.
I'm Steve Penicky, and I've been with the organization 30 years, and I began my career at Brokaw Hospital, which I joined knowing that it was a great organization because it was very pioneering and was reaching out for new ideas in healthcare at that point in time. We've developed an addiction recovery unit here. Also, mental health was an area that other hospitals were shying away from, which we had a very active one, which I was a part of, doing drug histories and meeting with the patients. It was very robust at the time. Unlike today where patients are here for short stays, this was an area where people were hospitalized for weeks at a time. During the wintertime months, many of the patients resided here for 3 to 4 weeks during the miserable winter time. So, and we at Brokaw at that point in time were the only mental health unit within this area. The area that I'm most familiar with is the Poison Control Center, which was quite amazing at the time that a small community hospital had a poison control center. It provided service to the entire McLean County area.
By 1919, the Mennonites began to see the missionary side of hospital work, so they opened a 12-bed hospital, which filled very quickly. And to get more space, they acquired the Kelso Sanitarium and the Nurses Training School. And that location on Main Street was ultimately the site of Mennonite Hospital. Over the years, the hospital started lots of high-touch services, such as long-term care, hospice, home health, adult daycare, and pastoral counseling. In 1978, Mennonite acquired the Eureka Hospital and began services to that community.
My name is Tina. I have been a nurse in the Advocate system for over 30 years. I began my nursing career at Mennonite Hospital. Back in the 1950s, Dr. Watson Gailey and Mennonite Hospital collaborated on a special eye care facility within Mennonite Hospital. It consisted of an inpatient unit, a suite of operating rooms strictly for eye surgery, an eye emergency room, and also an eye bank. The eye bank was named after Dr. Gailey, and it was the 6th eye bank in the United States. My mother was the head nurse of the inpatient eye unit in the 70s, and in the 80s I was the head nurse of the eye operating room department. I was also in charge of the eye bank, and Jane McCulley from Eureka Hospital and I were the first certified eye bank technicians.
It was in the early 1980s that two young hospital board members from Brokaw and Mennonite saw an opportunity to combine the strengths of each of their facilities. Both hospitals had a Judeo-Christian heritage and overlapping medical staff. So by 1984, Brokaw and Mennonite hospitals consolidated and the name became BroMenn. Eventually, the acute patients were moved to Brokaw and the former Mennonite facility became the BroMenn Life Care for non-acute care.
When I think about how BroMenn pioneered to the future, I do think of a number of the physician services that were developed over the years that really have given us a wide variety of specialties in the region. Clinics, urgent care settings, ambulatory surgery settings, those things were all developed to be able to give better access to care for our patients. In some cases, those physician practices became part of our organization, which did position us well to be able to partner with those physicians between the hospital and the practice to afford the efficiencies and just provide better linkages between the physician and the hospital in the care of patients. Along with that, we developed the hospitalist program, which was a new concept in inpatient care at the time, along with the graduate medical education program, both of which gave us on-site physicians and really moved forward a new layer of physician care to our inpatients that provided the opportunity to have on-site physicians 24/7 who could address patient issues much more readily and easily. We also developed the neurosurgical program when Dr. Ann Strink came to town. Prior to that time, we were not able to care for those kinds of patients, and they had to be sent to a facility outside of our community. We also offered some of the first nursing specialty certification programs. In fact, we brought those in-house so that our nursing staff could just take the courses right here on site that would prepare them to pursue those specialty nursing certification and successfully take the exams and have a nursing staff that was highly specialized through certification. Although we have a beautiful new ICU now, when the former ICU was built, that was also very highly regarded. We had cutting edge technology. The design was one that we were very proud of. And so although our ICU now is beautiful and again cutting edge, when the old ICU built, it was considered to be the same.
In 2008, communications began between BroMenn President Roger Hunt and the leadership of Advocate Healthcare. Roger had previously been the president and CEO at Lutheran General, so there was a history of mutual respect already in place. Advocate would get the benefit of expanding beyond the Chicagoland area, and BroMenn would get the benefit of better borrowing rates on bonds, better buying rates on supplies, and negotiating for insurance contracts. As a result, it was in 2010 that we became Advocate BroMenn Medical Center and Advocate Eureka Hospital.
Today, we continue pioneering into the future as Advocate BroMenn Medical Center and Advocate Eureka Hospital. We are so grateful for our history, which serves as our foundation as we continue to look forward to serving the needs of our communities. In this exciting new era of healthcare, change is constant. With our pioneering spirit, we are set to not only lead this change, but to set a course for continued success for our organizations. As a part of Advocate Healthcare, one of the nation's top 5 leading healthcare systems, and a true pioneer itself in our new world of accountable care, BroMenn and Eureka have partnered with an incredible healthcare organization. And in return, we have also strengthened and enriched the Advocate Healthcare system ourselves. I am proud to work beside you in this journey and so thankful to be a part of this wonderful healthcare ministry. Thank you for all of the wonderful work you do each and every day in making the difference in the lives of the patients and our families that we're so privileged to serve. I hope you've enjoyed this video and this little look back about our rich heritage and all of the wonderful traditions that have led us to where we are today in our healthcare ministry. Thank you.